After playing the Ark Raiders server slam the whole weekend, I can confidently say that this game is fucking amazing. It blew everyone's expectations and it is a prime candidate for Game of the Year 2025. Just in the 3 days of the server slam, the game became the 3rd best selling game on Steam, absolutely dominated the streaming scene and completely redefined and freshened the extraction genre. The devs themselves stated they have a very long 10-year plan for the game, but will it really hold up to expectations, now that we've seen a little bit of what it's about? Especially after some of the problems very few of you may be aware of, such as a group of cheaters that already managed to ruin some people's matches. Will Ark Raiders manage to retain all the hype going into its launch in just a few days, or is it all about to go away, now that there are no more free chances to try it out without buying it? Stick around till the end to find out, as we'll discuss everything. But first, how about you like and subscribe for more analytical Ark Raiders and the finals content? I heard it gives you 20% better chance for rare loot, but you might have to test this out for yourself and tell me how it goes. So anyway, first a bit of backstory. When I first heard of Ark Raiders 2 or so years ago, I thought I was signing up for just another The Cycle Frontier, or whichever other is your generic short-lived extraction shooter. I even made a video comparing it to the finals, like a year ago, and a lot of y'all said that back then it looked generic and had no chance to survive unless it's free to play. But yet, look at what happened. So many people ended up pre-ordering the game, and seemingly everyone enjoyed the server slam. Unexpected streamers ended up praising the shit out of the game, and everyone had a good time.
I genuinely think they have something really cool here. I think your average player doesn't give a fuck that it's an extraction game. They're gonna come in, they're gonna take a free kit, and they're gonna have an amazing journey. They're gonna play 1 or 2 raids. Who cares? Who cares about the extraction part? It's not even about that. Just fucking experiencing the game is incredible.
So yeah, as Shroud put it, it doesn't feel like an extraction game. And that's the beauty of it. It feels casual, fun.
I think I can make it on it. Hey yo.
And yet tense at just the right times. And when you compare it to other relevant games right now, it slots in just perfectly between everything. For example, Battlefield 6 really sells the realism and tight action, and the finals thrives on chaos and high-octane gameplay. Ark Raiders, however, finds this perfect middle ground. It's tight but still chaotic.
Now we killed it.
And it's not just about the gameplay. It's the vibe, the world, and how every single match tells its own story. A story that could end with victory, betrayal, or a big old robot stomping your entire squad mid-loot.
Yeah, he just tried to get it. Oh, shit.
I feel like I'm just running out of ammo, bro.
Come on, it's a Dark Souls fight.
And the stats say it all. While I just explained how Ark differs from other extraction shooters, it absolutely blew them all out of the water. And while it didn't manage to beat Battlefield when it comes to player count, it absolutely destroyed it in Twitch viewers. With how huge of a franchise with insane budget Battlefield is, this is extremely impressive for Ark Raiders. You know, I've already made comments about the validity of player count websites many times on this channel. So I feel like it's very important for me to clarify that sites like Steam Charts and SteamDB obviously only show player data on Steam. Ark also launched on Epic Games and consoles, all places which we do not have data for. If you remember the first day of the server slam, Steam was very slow when it comes to giving access to a lot of people. Wow, the game could be downloaded on Epic immediately. So that's what I and a ton of others did. And while I re-downloaded my game on Steam as soon as I was able to, just cause it's my preferred platform, a lot of people may have stuck with Epic, cause for the 3 days there isn't really much of a point in bothering anyway. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that the whole player count is way bigger than you think, and unfortunately we don't have true definite stats about it. Anyway, let's talk about some of the bad stuff. Apparently it was only a matter of a few hours for Arc Raiders cheats to start floating around the internet, as I saw a couple of clips of blatant cheaters ruining people's games. As you know, in extraction style games the risk is always quite high, cause when you die you lose all your stuff on your character. And when that happens because of a cheater, it just feels so much worse. So I hope Embark got a good plan to deal with this. Of course, this playtest was free to everyone, so there wasn't really anything stopping cheaters. When the game launches, the price tag would be one major barrier to deter them away, but I still hope they employ a proper anti-cheat and a report system that perhaps compensates your loot if it proves you definitely died to a cheater. But now that I think about it, people may try to abuse that, so perhaps I should leave that up to y'all. Please tell me what you think. Anyway, in general, the Arc Raiders server slam was a great success, and I'm so excited for the future. Embark had a little show at TwitchCon, and this is what they had to say.
A lot of people want to know, at the very least, what they can expect from their post-launch roadmap. Once the game is in our hands, and once maybe players have had time to get through the main story, progress a little bit, maybe get a couple more hats for Scrappy, what is the what is it going to look like? What can we expect?
So I think internally, for a very long time, we referred to this as a 10-year game. So that is the ambition that we're aiming for, and that kind of dictates the type and quantity of content that we want to put into it. So we're not at this stage going to discuss exact roadmap details. That stuff can quickly spiral into promises that can go unfulfilled if things change. But of course, adding things over time like new maps and extending quest lines and introducing new enemies and new weapons and things like that. So, you know, we'll have some stuff lined up post-launch and for a little bit after, but then it will be based on what we see out of the launch and then going thereafter to kind of start dropping the content that we need to.
Amazing. I'm so excited. I saw so many smiles out there when you said 10 years. I don't think anybody was expecting to hear that, so absolutely great.
So yeah, this sounds absolutely awesome, and I'm so excited to finally experience it all. I'm curious to know, what are your thoughts on everything? Did you enjoy the server slam? Have you bought the game yet? And if not, what are you waiting for? Please tell me down in the comments. And with that, as always, thanks for watching till here. Anyway, y'all, in today's outro I wanted to ask you, if you had to choose between the finals and Arc Raiders content, which one would you watch more of? By the way, this doesn't mean that I'll stop making content on one of the games, but I'm asking cause I usually expect only my most loyal audience to stay for these outros. And I wanna know whether your interest has shifted from one game over to the other, or is the final still your main like it is for me? Personally, I'm very much interested in both games. I love the finals and I had a ton of fun during the Arc server slam, so I would love to continue making content about it and sort of balance them both out. So yeah, let's have a discussion about this in the comments. And if you're still watching, as always, I appreciate everything, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.